Write me a report. Help me with this email. Give me some ideas.
You open your AI platform, Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, Grok. Doesn't matter which one. You type what you need. You get something back that's almost right, but not quite. So you try again, different words, same average result. And somewhere in that loop, you start to wonder, is it the platform or is it me? It's not the platform. And it's not that you're not clever enough. It's that nobody showed you how to actually talk to AI. There's a difference between using AI and using AI well. And that difference every single time comes down to the prompt. Today I'm going to show you a 5-part framework that works on any AI platform you use, be it Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, Grok, all of them. Real examples, real work. And by the end of this, you'll know exactly why your prompts aren't landing and what to do differently from today. Let's go. I've spent nearly 30 years in corporate change and transformation. I know what it costs when communications doesn't land, when people walk away from a meeting, a document, a conversation, and nothing moves. And that's the same problem you're having with AI when your prompt doesn't work. It's a communication problem and it has a straightforward fix. So here's what I see constantly. Professionals open up an AI platform and they treat it like a search engine. They type a few words and wait for magic.
Write me a report. Help me with this email. Give me some ideas.
And they get back something that's generic. Then they think this AI thing is overhyped. Have you found yourself in that position? So really the AI is fine. The problem is context. Your AI platform, whichever one you're on, has no idea who you are, what you're dealing with, who you're writing for, or what a good result looks like for you. Vague in, vague out every single time. And the fix is not complicated, but it is specific. So let me show you. I'm going to give you 5 things, not 50, just 5. Every good prompt has most of these. The more you include, the better your result on any platform. 1. The situation. What is actually going on? Don't just say what you want. Say what's happening first. So a weak prompt would be write me an email. And a strong one would be I need to email my manager about a project that's running behind schedule because 2 team members were pulled onto something urgent that was out of my control. Claude or ChatGPT or Gemini now knows the context. It can write to that specific situation. 2, what you need. So be specific about the output, not just help me. Tell it exactly what you want back. A draft, a summary, a list, a recommendation, a rewrite. 3 options, 1 paragraph. Say the format, say the length, say what done looks like. 3. Who's it for? AI writes differently for a CEO than for a team member, for a client than for a colleague, for someone technical than for someone who isn't. Tell it who's reading this. That one detail changes the entire tone of what comes back. 4. Tone and style. Direct, warm, formal, conversational. Do you want it concise or detailed? If you have a preference, say it. If you want it to sound like you, say this. Write this in plain, direct English. No corporate jargon, no filler phrases. 5. What you don't want. This one is underused and it is powerful. Tell your AI what to avoid. Don't make it sound generic. Don't use bullet points. Don't open with, I hope this email finds you well. Constraints sharpen the output faster than any other technique. Let me show you why, because this one is worth seeing. Write me a short email to my team about next week's meeting. See that opening line? Predictable. Something we've all read 100 times. Now watch what happens when I add just one constraint. Write me a short email to my team about next week's meeting. Don't open with a pleasantry. Start with the most important thing they need to know. One constraint, one instruction about what I don't want. Look at how differently it opens. Now that's the power of number 5. It's not about removing things. It's about removing the lazy defaults. So what comes back actually sounds like it was written for a real person. Let me show you this in action. I'm using Claude. It's what I use and recommend, but this exact approach works on any platform you're on. Same request, 2 different prompts. Watch what happens. Write me a stakeholder update. Look at that. Generic, vague, could be anyone's update for any project anywhere. That's not Claude failing. That's the prompt failing. Now watch this. I need to write a stakeholder update for my executive team. The context, a change management project, is 2 weeks behind schedule because key resources were redirected to a higher priority crisis. It was out of my control. What I need, a written update that is transparent without causing panic, acknowledges the delay briefly, explains the reason in one sentence, and gives a clear revised timeline and next steps. Who's it for? Senior executives who are time poor and want clarity, not excuses. Tone, direct and calm, no jargon, no over apologizing. What I don't want, bullet points, generic corporate phrases, or anything that sounds defensive. Same tool, same Claude, completely different results. Because I gave it all 5 things: situation, what I need, who's it for, tone, and what I don't want. That is the difference between average AI results and results you can actually use. Now here's the part most people don't use, and it's where the real value is. The first response is never the final answer. Your AI platform holds the whole conversation. You don't start again, you refine. Now here's the second move, and this is the one that separates good AI use from great AI use. Once the writing is where you want it, ask it to challenge the thinking. What am I missing in this? What would a skeptical reader push back on? See that? It's not just adjusting words now. It's questioning the argument, finding the gaps, telling you what someone on the other side of this might say. That's not a writing tool anymore. That's a thinking partner. And that's the version of AI that actually makes you better at your work, not just faster at it. One more technique, and this one is a game changer for complex work. You can tell your AI to think from a specific perspective. Act as a senior HR professional reviewing this for tone and fairness. Think like a skeptical executive who will push back on everything. What questions will they ask? You are a change management specialist with nearly 30 years of experience. Review this communication plan and tell me what's missing. That last one, I use that one myself. After nearly 30 years in this field, I still ask Claude to challenge my thinking, not to replace it, to pressure test it. That's the professional use of AI. You bring the expertise, the platform brings a second perspective. So here it is, 5 things every prompt, any AI platform. 1. The situation, what is actually going on. 2. What you need, the specific output and format. 3. Who's it for? Who is reading or receiving this? 4. Tone and style, how it should sound. 5. What you don't want. Constraints sharpen everything. And then pushback, refine, stay in charge. That's the framework. Simple, practical, works today. This week, pick one thing you've been struggling to get right in any AI tool. Apply the 5 things to your prompt. Then come back and tell me what changed. Here's what I know after nearly 30 years of working with professionals under pressure. The people who get the most out of any tool, be it AI or otherwise, are the ones who know how to communicate clearly. That's not an AI skill. That's a professional skill. And AI just makes it visible. I spent years in rooms with some of the smartest people I've ever worked with, people who knew their subject better than anyone else in the building. And they still couldn't get their ideas across, not because they didn't know enough, because they hadn't learned to communicate what they knew in a way that others could receive it. A good prompt is that same skill. It's not technical, it's not complicated. A communication skill you've been building your whole career. You just needed to know it applied here as well. So join me every Wednesday at 8 p.m. South African time for the Midweek Reboot Live, and new episodes every Monday and Friday. Subscribe so you don't miss them. Prompt effectively every single time. Get it right without excessive rework. Why? Because you matter.